What's good, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today I want to dive deep into Destiny 2's multiplayer mode design, specifically the distinction between quick play and competitive. If you've been a long-time viewer of the channel, you know I'm in huge support of a ranked and social distinction coming back into a Bungie game similar to how it was in Halo 3. You guys know I'm a Halo vet. I loved how it operated in Halo 3. We know that with Destiny 2, we're going to have two main sets of playlisting groups housed under the banners of quick play and competitive. Now, as stated by Luke Smith, Quickplay is the place where you're going to find more party games. Control, Clash, Supremacy. And the quote goes on by saying competitive play has two modes. One we're not talking about right now, and the other is Countdown. These are objective modes, end quote. As I envision, quick play, I see this more casual atmosphere with the opportunity for some fun and quirky game types akin to the Halo 2 and onward days of just epic custom matches. Some of my favorite experiences in Destiny PvP the last 6 months have come from the Mayhem game type, mainly because it's just about pure fun. Nobody really takes it seriously, and it's the closest thing we have to an action sack style game type in Destiny. I can imagine so many exceptionally fun and relaxed custom game types that could potentially exist within Destiny 2, and now, with the distinction of the quick play and competitive banners, it seems like an even more plausible reality, you know what I mean? Whether this comes to fruition or not is really fully up to Bungie, but judging by their history within the Halo franchise, I'd be pretty shocked if Destiny 2 didn't bring with it some new fun forms of game types that allow the player to sit back, relax, and chill with friends. And it goes a little bit further too, so with the moniker of quick play, the phrase of more party games in tandem brings to mind perhaps a loosened level of skill-based matchmaking with a heavier emphasis on faster search times rather than the perfect balance of skill. These days, I find it pretty frustrating to search in orbit for over 5 minutes just to find a match of, like, Control or Clash. I get it if it's a less popular game type, but this is your mainline staple 6v6 game modes here. I've been streaming Destiny twice a week for a month now, or 5 weeks, doing mainly 6s, and the search times have been consistently above 5 minutes per match. Whereas in a game like Titanfall 2, which I know I'm comparing like apples to oranges here, in attrition, I can box one in under 30 seconds. Like, boom, search, you're in. I get it. It's unfair to compare the two, but the stigma still remains with me that sometimes I just want to get into a match and get out really quick, rinse, repeat. The quick play banner offers this potentially depending on how Bungie decides to utilize it in Destiny 2. Nothing is more frustrating to me right now at like the end of Destiny 1's life cycle than waiting a really long time in orbit for a sweaty match that features a bad connection. Like you're waiting 6-7 minutes and then it's a 4v6, the connection's super red bar, the teleportation, you're just going, this isn't something that wants to, keep me playing or keep me in a loop. Fingers crossed, however, that the new hybrid networking system in Destiny 2 also works towards resolving these lag issues. Luke Smith, in an interview with IGN's Fireteam chat during the D2 reveal, had this to say regarding the updated focus of matchmaking in Destiny 2. We are changing the parameters for matchmaking to refocus on connection quality. Instead of like Trials win matching, we're gonna change a bunch of the parameters to give the player a better network experience. So boom, for certain, we know that the Trials experience in D2 is going back to the good old days of connection-based matchmaking. Thank goodness the era of waiting in orbit for 10 minutes to find another 8-win team halfway across the globe would appear to be over. And it seems as if this philosophy of more emphasis on CBMM is carrying over into the expanded PvP playlist beyond just the Trials experience. Now, I know this is a total contentious argument. Everybody has their own 2 cents about SBMM versus CBMM, but I think we can all agree we want a good network condition style of match. Everybody can at least agree on that one focal point that we don't want teleporting lag people detracting from the experience if it's a regular occurrence. Now, on the other hand of the spectrum, we have competitive, made up currently of Countdown, the game type we saw at the E3 reveal, and the another unannounced game mode. We know virtually nothing about this space, so I'm going to speculate that Bungie intends to use this as the proving grounds for a ranked playlist and where we will earn our items or visual distinctions that will let us demonstrate or show off prowess. Luke Smith talked about at the reveal as well, there will be a way in-game to show off your PvP prowess to others. We know seasons are coming into play with Destiny 2, so all roads seem to be converging at this point, and perhaps the implementation of the first ranked or something similar season will bring with it those bragging rights, maybe emblems, ornaments, or shaders all based on your performance and all housed under the competitive banner. Competitive gives options to the designers as well to limit the sandbox if there are builds, weapons, or abilities that are considered too powerful for this play space. I would imagine competitive will definitely have a heavier emphasis on skill-based matchmaking, and that we will see the pool of game types expanding as Destiny 2's life goes on. I know a lot of players are frustrated about the lack of a ranked playlist at launch. It's been one of my concerns. I was very disappointed initially hearing this. However, at this time, I'm starting to see the potential for Bungie to implement this ranked playlist after the first season, hopefully before the Osiris DLC. This would allow for the designers to remove broken weapons, glitches, bugs, and see where the meta stabilizes at. Now, Activision bought MLG during 2016 and intends to utilize all the properties that they can through that platform. In many earnings calls that I've sat through the last 3 quarters, we've heard how Activision Blizzard is heavily investing in the broadcasting gaming space. I do know that at the reveal over and over again, the change to 4v4 was attributed to their goals of improved map design, making the experience easier to learn yet harder to master, and to improve the watchability of the game. That is the key phrase right there, in tandem with Activision's enthusiasm for the MLG platform, that leads me to the thought process at some point D2 will pursue competitive play through MLG. So in summary, Quickplay gives Bungie the chance to put really fun and creative game types into rotation. I'm super excited about that. It allows players to have better connection matches with faster search times and offers a more relaxed space where friends of differing skill levels can come together and have fun without fear of a negative experience due to tight SBMM. Competitive gives Bungie the chance to implement ranked elements or a full-on ranked playlist down the road. They can limit the sandbox if necessary and keep this space ready and prepped for potential broadcast at some point. It really is just going to come down to how Bungie really utilizes these spaces, if it's successful or not. Do you think it's going to be successful, or are you excited about this distinction of quick play versus competitive? Let me know about it down in the comment section below. And thanks for watching this video. Please hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel. It means a lot. For more Destiny videos, Titanfall 2, we got Lawbreakers beta coming later this week. It's a fantastic time for gaming and shooters in general, and I'd love to see you around the channel a little bit more in the future. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.